Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Before we dive into the video, make sure to subscribe and ring the bell icon. Let's dive in. What if your own sister stole the spotlight on your child's birthday and demanded your nursery? It was supposed to be my daughter's day. Pink balloons, soft laughter, the smell of vanilla frosting in the air. Then my sister stood up, clinking her glass against a spoon. The room quieted. She smiled like she owned the moment and said, "I'm pregnant." Applause. Gasps. How much is too much when family turns entitlement into expectation? My parents beamed. My little girl looked up at me, her birthday crown slipping sideways. The candles on her cake flickered in the silence that followed. That was the exact second I felt the first tear in the fabric of my patience. She didn't stop there. She turned toward me, resting her hand on her small bump already showing because, of course, she wanted to make sure it was visible. "And since you're doing so well," she said with a half laugh, "I thought maybe you could help. You don't really need that nursery anymore, do you? You can afford another one." My mother nodded immediately. My father joined in. "It makes sense," he said. "You've got space, money, stability. She needs support." My daughter's cake melted under the candles as they debated which of my rooms would make the perfect nursery for my sister's baby. I didn't say a word. I just watched the frosting drip, thick, sweet, and slow, like time stretching into a decision I hadn't made yet. She wasn't always like this. Or maybe I wasn't always able to see her clearly. When we were kids, I used to give her my last piece of candy. She used to thank me, eyes wide and grateful. But somewhere along the way, her gratitude turned into expectation. Every gift became a given. Every kindness a debt. When I bought this house, she was the first to tour it. "It's beautiful," she'd said, walking through each room like a critic, inspecting her inheritance. "A bit much for just you and your daughter, though, isn't it?" I laughed it off then. I should have recognized it. The tone, the quiet resentment dressed as curiosity. The party ended early. My daughter fell asleep clutching an unopened gift. My parents lingered in the kitchen, murmuring about family duties. When the door finally shut behind them, the silence felt clean, sharp, absolute. That night, I stood in the nursery. The wallpaper, soft clouds, and paper stars glowed faintly under the nightlight. Every toy, every blanket, every quiet memory whispered of the little life I'd built out of the chaos my ex left behind. And now my sister wanted to take that too. I didn't cry. I didn't argue. I just started planning. It took a week to arrange everything. I met with a realtor in secret, signed papers in silence. I boxed up the nursery, every stuffed bear, every frame, every pastel curtain. I didn't tell anyone, not even my daughter. By the time my sister called, chirping about when she could move her things in, the deal was already sealed. They arrived on a Sunday. My parents, my sister, a moving van full of baby furniture she hadn't even paid for. I watched from the window as they walked up the driveway, laughing, unaware. My father reached for the doorknob just as he saw it. The sign planted in the front yard, "For sale." The laughter died first, then the color drained from their faces. My sister turned to me, her smile flickering like a bulb about to die. "You're joking, right?" I stepped outside, calm, deliberate. "No, I'm moving." "Sold the house." Her voice cracked. "But where am I supposed to?" I cut her off. "Maybe you can afford another." The same words she'd used, tossed back like a mirror. My parents looked at me like they didn't recognize who I'd become. But they were wrong. I hadn't become anyone new. I'd just stopped playing the part they wrote for me. They tried to argue, of course. My mother accused me of cruelty. My father said I was overreacting. My sister cried. Loud, dramatic sobs meant to summon sympathy. I didn't raise my voice once. I just handed them the realtor's card. "If you're quick," I said, "you might still make an offer." Then I walked back inside and closed the door. That night, I sat in the empty nursery, the room echoing with ghosts of lullabies. It didn't hurt anymore. There was only quiet, the kind that comes after you finally stop bleeding. My daughter ran in and climbed into my lap. "Where are we going now, Mama?" "Somewhere new," I said. "Somewhere that's ours." They still talk about it. The day I lost my mind. The day I betrayed the family. But I know the truth. I didn't lose anything. I reclaimed it. You see, revenge isn't always loud. Sometimes it's just the sound of a for sale sign creaking in the wind. While those who took too much finally understand what it means to be left with nothing. And that sound, that quiet hollow sound, is the sweetest lullaby I've ever heard.